Alrighty, guys. Give me a thumbs up. You guys can hear me okay? We have our first severe thunderstorm warning of the evening. It's going to be for Lenawee, northeastern Lenawee County, places like Clinton, Tecumseh, Britton. It's going to exclude the Adrian area, but it's going to include Raisin Township, Macon Township as well. So we're seeing not too much in the way of concerningness on the radar here. But they went ahead and warned this. I'm trying to figure out what for here. But regardless, it does look like a pretty good hail producer potentially here. And there's your hail core. So potentially here, hail as your main threat. We're not seeing at this time anything gusty, but I think they're more so concerned for the hail risk, which is going to be centered here over just north of Adrian, between Adrian and Tecumseh. So if we zoom way in here, it's going to be moving into Birdsall, Holloway, those areas. I'm pretty familiar with this area. So right along Occidental Highway here between Tecumseh and Adrian is going to be where this hail core is going to be at. So if you're traveling Occidental, Sutton Road, M52, Ives Road, those areas in particular, looking like we're going to have the most concerning area for at least right now. And again, we're looking at the winds here off the airport radar, and we're just not seeing too much of anything off Detroit. Maybe a little bit of a heightened velocity area there, likely from a hail core or something like that, but not really seeing too much in the way of wind velocity. That's concerning via the airport radar. So reds indicate going away from the radar, and greens are going toward the radar. So not seeing anything wind-wise. But hail-wise, that'd be the most concerning at this point in time. We are going to turn on the alerts here. Just so I am aware of any new warnings that pop in. All right. So looking at this, again, severe warning here for northeastern Lenawee, likely due to large hail. We are getting a little bit more of the way of heightened velocity now on the latest scan. So winds, are picking up here. So north side of Adrian here, again, just to the east of M52 between Tecumseh and Adrian. So Occidental Highway, Raisin Center Highway, those areas crossing about Sutton down to, we're going to say, Deerfield Road. This is heading right for about my house. It's going to probably miss my house to the west here. So I will pop out briefly if I can to get you guys a visual on it. I'm working solo here with Mike in the background. Joel is also, I believe, on his way home. He was at the library area, or library presenting with Chandler. So he's on his way home. He may be joining here. Looks like I got Nick in the background here as well. Let's go ahead and take our panel look here. What's up, Nick? Get this centered.
How you doing?
And Mike, if you want to pop in here too, you are welcome to. Otherwise, you are welcome to stay in the background and do what you do there. That is your choice. All right, winds are picking up, guys. So heading in toward Tecumseh and Ridgeway, looks like it's going to split. Heaviest winds right now, about 30 or so miles per hour. Going to be centered over Occidental and Sutton. And then right around that radius of roughly that radius. So these winds are picking up heading into, we're going to say, eastern Tecumseh, and also a little bit on the backside here in Adrian Township towards that Birdsall area, which is going to be M52 and Occidental. That's the little community they call Birdsall there. So outside of that, winds are picking up, and we'll keep an eye on that. Let's go ahead and take a peek back at our VIL product here off of Detroit's radar. We don't have the VIL hail tracker off of the airport, unfortunately. So there's your hail core, still about 5 minutes old here. So pretty recent tracker here, again, over Birdsall and Raisin Center. This is going to be Sutton Road, Valley Road / Occidental Highway, centered over that and around the 52 area. Waiting for the new scans coming in off the airport radar here to get an idea of if these are going to be close to severe winds. And again, the winds here don't look to be that strong at this point. It does look about 20 to 30 or so miles per hour. So we'll see if those pick up any further. If we back this up here, you're going to see the evolution of this. It's just starting to pick up some steam here. We'll see if it continues to do that or if it's going to stay subtle.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everybody. That looks quite like the loud thunderstorm there.
Yeah, I was about to pop outside and take a peek at it, but I came back in. I saw the yellow box flash on my screen. I'm like, there's no way.
No chasing for you?
I might pop outside here in a second, but right now I'm just trying to get situated here.
It's not like these things aren't moving fast.
Yeah. I see Toledo's on their third severe of the day. I also see one down here in northern Indiana. Keep an eye on those. More pop-ups are possible. It looks like Jackson's getting going here as well. Keep an eye on Jackson County. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that one real quick. Not severe. Maybe some height and velocity in there. Not seeing anything overly concerning with that. Let's check the airport. Nah, a bit of a downburst in there. Let's keep focused right here. Go ahead and take a peek out here. Got some pop-ups going on now in Macomb County. Looks like just north of Mount Clemens, heading toward New Haven, New Baltimore. Stuff's popping all across the state, and we're probably getting started here. Multiple storms, more storms are likely between now and probably close to 11 p.m. to midnight tonight. So this is just the beginning. And yes, severe weather is possible this evening, especially in southeast Michigan, where that slight risk is in place.
Hello, Michael. You're muted right now.
Whoops, there we go. Made it. Yeah,
Welcome.
Ryan, we're here. If you want to go look at the storm, it's all right.
Yeah, Chandler said he can pop in too on his drive down.
Okay. I'm probably just going to pop outside real quick. I don't think I'm going to drive for this. It's not looking, at least at this point, it's not looking too bad wind-wise, and I don't want to drive into hail, so.
Oh, come on. Why not?
That's pretty obvious.
Where's your sense of adventure?
Mike, I'm going to take your radar full, if you don't mind, and I'm going to pop outside.
Oh, I can present mine too.
Yeah, you can. If you want to take it, Nick, you can take it.
Sure. Let me get that thing set up.
Okay.
Just want to pop in real quick and say new
special
weather statement for Macomb and St. Clair until 8:45, 50-mile-per-hour winds. Keep an eye on those as well.
Borderline severe. Yeah, that's the whole lake breeze is going off along I-94.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this one right here. We're going to cover this right here.
Yeah.
Macomb, Warren. It encompasses both of them. Where is that radar? It is right in my face, isn't it?
Yeah, 50 and pennies. That's borderline severe. So I'm gonna get that posted in a minute.
Wait. Am I blind? Where's DTX?
I think you have temperatures turned on, so it might be blocking it.
DTX.
Oakland County, northwest corner, Waterford. Nick, do you have radar locations turned on?
I should.
Hit the
No, I do.
Circle. Yeah, hit the circle.
Silly me. Silly me. I'm a professional. New member, Jade, the Chaos Fairy. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Yeah, we're looking at these cells here. Let's get some dual screen up. That velocity scan. Not too much on velocity scan right now. The special weather statement is mainly for when it gets up to 50 and penny-sized hail. Man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think these are hailers.
Yes, they are. And yes, hailers. Get velocity back. This one is losing some steam here, which is good.
Also, a special weather
We just
statement
had-
in Jackson.
I just saw that too.
Yeah.
And that is for 40-mile-an-hour winds and no hail expected at this time. GRR. All right, I got a serious question here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Jackson County in the GRR area when it should be in Detroit because it's closer to the radar?
I don't know.
Wrong button.
A question for some of your friends.
Oh boy, why does it do this? Just wind for this one too. It's pouring in Jackson by 94. I believe it. It is right downtown Jackson. Switch back over to this one.
Linda, I saw you said it's hailing in St. Clair Shores. Do you know how big the hail is?
That's up here. It's up here, isn't it?
Yeah, the Macomb County, right on the lake.
Yep, right in Warren there. I would pull up this camera feed, but we're not allowed to.
No, you'll get in trouble.
Don't want to get in trouble. I feel like the parents, Ryan and Joel, are gone, and the shenanigans should be afoot.
Yeah.
Hailing in Tecumseh, I believe that. Will they say quarter-sized hail for the severe warning?
Yeah, quarter-size hail.
Guess,
Danielle, do you know how big the hail is in Tecumseh?
Why would you get in trouble? Nah, we won't get in trouble. What are they going to do, fire me? No, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Kids in the candy store. New scan. It's from DTX. I'm looking at two reflectivity screens. That's really helpful, Nick. Here, we'll just look at this one. Do we have a vertically integrated liquid here? Yes, we do. Ooh, they just trimmed that severe warning too, just a little bit on the backside.
And the hail's down to Nichols.
Good. So that's subsevere with hail. Now it's just a wind threat.
My power just flickered, so if I suddenly drop out, we're having a storm up here.
Yeah, 55.5 kilograms per meter squared. Don't ask me what that means.
Oh, VIL? You want it
Yeah.
to be like closer to 80 and above.
That's big hail. Right? Or bigger hail?
Yeah, that'd be bigger hail.
Yeah. Any severe storms for Clinton Township? Where is that? You are in the severe Clinton Township, not Clinton proper. I don't know where Clinton Township is.
Yeah, which town? Is that Macomb County?
Pouring into Tecumseh. Oh, yeah. Macomb.
Yeah, Macomb County.
Is it just the area around Clinton?
It's in Macomb County, so like St. Warren, St. Clair Shores, Mount Clemens. Basically, the storm over St. Clair Shores is moving north along the lake breeze. So, I mean, it could be borderline severe.
The winds are, yeah. It could become severe if it continues to strengthen. Which, if I do a little loop here, we'll see if it's actually weakening a little bit here. And these storms are not moving fast at all, so they like to run out of they like to use up all the energy in the environment by them very quickly. Typically.
It looks like Ryan has his camera turned on.
He does.
I mean, it might have been on this whole time.
He's just standing outside. No, he's got 2 cameras now.
I don't know how to take them full. Just all these buttons. I don't know what to do. There you go.
I got it. I can't hear you, Ryan. Did you say something?
Yeah, it's constant thunder.
Oh.
Pete says power just dropped here in Britain/Tecumseh. Still strong winds and rain. He must just be inside of that cell. Oh, okay. Bye, Ryan.
Bye.
We are seeing a new cell pop up here right along US 23 here, just south of Millen. We'll keep an eye on that because that is increasing quite quickly. Yes, we have 3 Ryans. I'm going to remove a Ryan. I just don't know which one. Yeah, he can add himself back later. Yeah, right here, I'm going to draw it right there. We're going to watch that too. Milan? Milan?
Is it Milan? Milan?
Mylin?
Definitely not Milan.
Mulan?
Milan. Zin.
Zin.
It's Mylan.
Mylan. Millen.
Mylan.
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 Myloon.
You Eastsiders. So yeah, just watching this, Ryan. Is that gonna skirt just off to your west there, or no?
Yeah, it's gonna skirt just to my west.
It's definitely it's up to a quarter size hail. 65 kg BIL kilograms.
Brittany says, Michael, you are a floating weatherhead. Yes, he is.
Did someone say that about me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's just the head.
It's just your head.
It's like a balloon.
You're ahead of everyone.
Yeah. Very clever.
I'll be here all week.
I mean, I can see these storm. There's one photo from New Haven in that special weather statement. It's like a mile high. That's so tall.
We are losing power in
Storm
Tecumseh. Interesting.
Yeah, not really seeing too much in the way of that strong of winds. Probably close to 40 or so between Ridgeway and Tecumseh there. I'm going to pull up Consumers Energy and see what's popping up over there.
Does it update that pretty quickly? That quickly?
Should. I'll have an answer here in about 2 seconds.
About 35 mile per hour winds. Gosh.
Yeah, there's one outage, looks like, in Tecumseh. I'm sure probably more will pop in. Looks like we have multiple people reporting those.
Florida needs to come get their weather. Yeah, right. Anything for Hillsdale tonight? Hillsdale did have a cell go through the county there. I think that's the one that's in Jackson right now.
Yeah, that was
a special weather statement. Yeah.
So.
Anything for Genesee County at all?
Genesee County is currently clear, but pop-ups are possible throughout the evening. So stay alert. Nothing imminent for you guys up there right now, though.
Yeah, let's take a look at like pretty much all of Lower Peninsula here. We got a lot of pop-ups.
It's a pop-up type of day, popcorn. So not everybody's going to see a storm, and not every storm is going to be severe, but we just have no idea where they're going to pop up and when. So when they do, you can sometimes get these rogue severe storms like this one here in Lenawee. And that storm where I'm at is just consistent thunder.
I'm jealous.
Looks
not
like
jealous. Not jealous of the power outages, but jealous of the storm.
Although I'm not really seeing too much again in the way of severe winds with this. That's what's confusing. Although it probably got gusty, probably 30 or 40 at most that I see on here on radar. And we're using the airport radar here too, so it's quite a good ways close to the ground. So it should be fairly accurate what's happening here on the ground.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if anybody said it. If you're in from the Tecumseh area, or if you're in this storm right now, let us know what's going on.
Yeah, I see three isolated outages in Tecumseh popping up on the map right now. So nothing too large at this point, but again, we're still early, so give it about 5 to 10 more minutes. We'll have a better answer, more than likely.
This is continuing to blow up right here.
It is now raining at my house.
Oh, there's no differential reflectivity on this one.
Nope.
Bare bones.
Rain. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a strike on this, but I don't think we're going to see it that defined.
That would be cool.
It would be.
This is shooting up pretty quick here.
Yeah, probably what's going to happen tonight is we're going to have a lot of interaction with outflow boundaries of previous storms. So one storm dies, puts a boundary out, fires up more, because those boundaries can act as a source of lift to get storms up and going. So likely going to be dealing with that as we get into the evening hours here.
Yeah, look at that thing just go whoop.
Yep. In fact, you can actually see the boundary it's popping up on. If you want to take mine, I'll show you guys real quick.
Right
but
there.
Oh
yeah, you got it.
Yeah, here's your boundary. It's kind of like a hill or like an N shape. So just kind of see how that moves there. You can see it better if I back the radar up here. You can draw it right here. And that storm just kind of popped up on that boundary. You zoom in just south of Milan here. There's your boundary. Boom, there's your storm. So a severe warning remains in effect here for northeastern Lenawee. It includes places like, although Tecumseh and Britain are going to miss out on this. Looks like Clinton over to Macon would be the next in line here. Next couple of minutes. Not seeing too much in the way of damaging winds with this, although hail could be, although hail was dropped to a nickel size, we could have seen some large hail between Tecumseh and Adrian. And gusty winds are likely 30 to 40 miles an hour for this cell right now.
Where is that heading? This is heading northeast.
Into Washtenaw County.
Very slowly.
Yeah, so Benton, Bridgewater, you guys are next in line for this. I don't know if they're going to extend this warning or not. It's moving quite slow, so it's going to take a little bit to get to you. But regardless, you guys are next in line.
Yeah, I'm getting about 40 mile per hour winds off the Detroit airport radar over Tecumseh.
Yeah, I have 45 just south. But again, airport radar would kind of trump that, I would assume. But elevated winds there for sure.
So nothing for Monroe. Monroe proper will probably have some rain Just a little bit of sprinkles here from what's over the lake.
Pop-ups are still possible too.
Yeah.
But right now, yeah, Monroe, you guys are good. Hey, Pip. Come here.
Pippin!
Come here. She's going to be a little shy cat today.
Some of those lake breezers look like they're falling apart already.
Yeah. Checking those out here. Oh, I'm live. I didn't realize I was live.
Oh,
Get this back here. I'll check them out in the GR2 here. About 40 or so, 35 to 40 there in north of Tecumseh there. It's going to be, I believe, Matthews Highway. Yeah, Matthews Highway. It's easy when you know the place like the back of your hand.
That's a Michigan joke.
SWS coming in for Washtenaw, so they're opting to forego currently the current warning, but you're going to see a blue box pop in here on your screen for Washtenaw momentarily.
I just got it. Oh yeah, it's in
yeah,
there.
50 and a half-inch
There
hail.
it is. So Southern Washtenaw here, SWS, Bridgewater, York Charter Township, Saline, Pittsfield, Lodi Township, all the way up to just south of 94 here of Ann Arbor proper.
Looks like they included that new cell going along 23 as well.
Yeah. So if you're in Milan, you're likely going to get a big old downpour here. That's going to be moving up into Augusta Charter Township near Willis. This warning remains in effect for a half hour or more. I would assume they're going to cancel it or at least forego it here soon. Although it is a slow-moving storm. We're actually getting a little bit more of the way of velocity here just to the west of Matthews Highway between 52 and Matthews. Going to be between Taylor Road and Hogan Highway. This is going to be a pocket of about 40 or 45 mile an hour winds. So it's getting a little bit stronger there, but still doesn't concern us to be severe at this point. A little bit of a downburst going on up there in Milan as well. Very weak at this point, but Milan perhaps some weaker gusty winds. Sun just popped out at my house. I'm curious if we're going to have a rainbow now.
Ooh.
You can see the downburst or the cell just to the left of the screen there. That's where the storm is currently at over Tecumseh.
How much cooler is it outside?
It dropped about 10 degrees so far. 13 degrees, actually.
How's the house feeling without the AC running?
Anyway.
Sorry. I feel your pain. I feel it.
We got a portable AC, so it's helping just a tad, but it's still quite hot in here.
Yeah, I believe it.
Looks like we're getting a little bit of a signature, a stronger signature coming in now near Milan. Looking on the Detroit radar as well as the TDR from the airport here. We'll see if that picks up in intensity over the next couple of scans. But Milan, perhaps some gusty winds moving in your way. Let's take a peek up here to the north. I know we had some storms approaching the Onekama area.
Ooh.
Yeah,
They're
they're
on
pretty
land
weak.
now. Yeah, they look pretty strong over the lake, but those look pretty weak at this point. Checking up here in northern lower, a couple stronger cells perhaps by Alpena. Saw some comments from you guys that Alpena had some power outages from the earlier storms. So those up there, not seeing anything right now, but again, just be prepared with gusty winds today in any storm that does occur. So what you're seeing on your screen here is a wind velocity map. Here I'm going to do a 2-panel look, just so we can keep an eye on things here across the area. Not seeing too much in the way of severe winds. As far as hail goes, there could be some medium-sized hail just to the east of Clinton, which is going to be Lenawee County, Clinton, not Clinton Township. So the ones under the warning currently. Looks like it's going to miss town just to the east.
Will these storms persist for a few hours after sunset, or will they fizzle out due to the lack of daytime heating effect?
They are expected to last around 10 to 11 p.m. So expect storms after sunset today, but they shouldn't go, too late into the night. It is now cooler outside than it is inside.
Becca, I feel your pain. I've been wanting rain for 3 days now, and it hasn't happened.
Looks like the storm is starting to gain intensity here, so I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a notification.
Yeah, I'm just kind of curious if they're going to go warn for Washtenaw with this. Although it doesn't look to be per se severe. These are becoming stronger here as they move into Washtenaw. I'll keep an eye on that. If not for wind, potentially here for hail as well. Hail size is also on the increase per GR2. Not sure if you have GR2 open, Mike, or not.
No, I'm just using radar scope.
Okay. Yeah, so VIL is increasing on that. So keep an eye on Washtenaw. If that were to go severe, places like Benton, Bridgewater Township, along US 12 here, mostly rural areas out there, but still the township areas of Bridgewater and also Benton, which is a small little population there on 12, needs to be on alert for that. Thank you, Alley Cat, for gifting 5 memberships. So if you are a subscriber, you potentially will have been gifted those. Go ahead and check your accounts. Make sure you have your gifted memberships options turned on. New scan, real quick, coming in here. Looks like velocity is really getting going here, just to the east of Clinton. Potentially 50 or so now, 45 or so, but it's getting up there.
Yeah, I got 46.
Yeah, so wouldn't be shocked if this continues to strengthen here. And I'll go out and check that if it gets too strong, because I'm only about 10 minutes away from that. Just kind of hanging out here. And you're looking at that storm really out my window. If I take my camera here full, it looks like a rain shaft, but just to the left there of center would be that storm. So take this back here. Keep an eye on that. Other places across the state, Macomb County and St. Clair, pop-up storms there still, although they're not too strong. Also got a report of. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that they're training over the same area, so heavy rain.
Yeah, there is a low risk today. Low risk today of any storms causing some flash flooding potential, just because of the slow nature of these storms. That they get multiple storms or over the same area, definitely could get some training and some flooding there as well in localized areas. I do have a report of a tree down in Jackson from that previous storm. Want to pass that along. Storm right now is dying out up there in Jackson, but previous report coming in about 20 to 30 minutes ago of this storm being quite gusty in Jackson County. GR2 now indicating hail of 1 inch. And that's going to be a hail tracker here. It's basically, think of it as AI giving its best guess as to how big the hail is. So it's not always going to be accurate, but it is indicating hail is close to severe size here. So at very least, prepare for medium size, like nickel size hail with this cell. latest scan there does increase that even further. I'm getting 47 now, Mike.
Yeah, that's just wondering.
Is that SWS for 50 or 40? I think it was for 40, wasn't it?
I think 40. 50 and half-inch hail.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would cover it as of right now. But if that strengthens any further, this is going to be close to severe limits. No, this is not Clinton Township. This is Clinton, the village on the border of Lenawee and Washtenaw County. So think of Saline, go a little bit south and a little bit west of there as a major city starting point. I'm still waiting for a rainbow because I have sun out my window. I don't see anything. Heaviest winds right now over US 12. Crossroad of, where's the road name? There it is, Lima Center Road. Let's go ahead and take a full pane look here at our velocity. Go ahead and animate that back 7 frames. We'll see what it does. All right, power outages. Now going back to the map. Okay, yeah, there is a not giant, but a pretty sizable outage there north of Tecumseh. Looks like Newburgh Road, perhaps a trailer park there, Newburgh Meadows, all the way down toward Union Street and Brown Street as well. So for those of you in Tecumseh on north side, out of power there, and then also scattered outages within the city limits itself.
New velocity scan showing 50.
Is that the 810 or
811?
I got 46. You looking at DTX or DTW?
DTW.
I'm getting 46 with that, but still, regardless, 46 or 50, same thing applies. Gusty winds here. That is for sure. And I got to switch over to DTE now because this storm is now in DTE's energy jurisdiction.
Mine's saying 46.9 now.
Okay.
It did say 49.
But again, regardless, 3 miles an hour is not going to make too much of a difference, so treat it as such.
Yeah, my bad. It was the previous scan.
It's all good. And I got the latest scan here, the 812. Looks like it's weakened just a bit, which is good news. But still, again, strong winds are occurring near Benton and Bridgewater Township, north of the village of Clinton. Severe warning remains in effect for northeastern Lenawee, although the storm is essentially clearing the county now. So that should be dropped fairly soon, I'm going to assume. But Washtenaw County here now dealing with a special weather statement. And this storm is producing gusty winds and perhaps some medium to large hail. Looks like
there's a new stationary storm over East Point. It's got a 1-inch hail marker.
Go ahead and
I'm going to check with our friend. Let's see.
I go for that. Looking like this one right here. And yeah, pretty good hail core on that one here. Heading up into Warren, East Point, St. Clair Shores. This is about 10 minutes old, so let's go ahead and move a little bit forward here. Roseville along 94, south of Fraser, heading up toward Broad Acres. These are really close to that lake, Lake St. Clair here, so not affecting, that much of an area, but again, it's pretty populated up there, especially as a Metro Detroit suburb. But also back down here on the storm heading up into Washtenaw, your hail tracker on this one's picking up a blob, so to speak, of hail just north of Clinton. And latest scan there still has a good core, but weakening just a bit. All right, severe warning has been dropped for Lenawee. They've canceled that early. We'll see if they do anything for Washtenaw. Right now, it doesn't appear to be severe, but it's close to it. So I think the statement is a good play here. But if it does strengthen, they will likely go warn down Washtenaw here in southern Washtenaw, potentially. Let's hope they don't. Let's hope the storm dies. But if you live in southern Washtenaw, you should definitely be on your toes here for some gusty winds and nickel-size hail. That's the view of that storm from a distance moving into Washtenaw. Waiting for a new scan here for the storm. Also watching that one, as Mike mentioned, up there in southern Macomb County.
Yeah, the VIL is up to 65.
Yeah, it's pretty good hail there, it looks like. So I'm assuming at least a statement coming out there. Perhaps. New scan should be populating here any minute.
I saw Rachel ask, is that tornado chance, question mark?
No. So I know a lot of people see the greens and reds here on radar and they think, oh, that's rotation. In this case, it's not. And this is why knowledge of reading radar is really important. So you have to first figure out where your radar is at. This is where your radar is at. Okay. Green velocities are winds going toward the radar. So these winds are going this way. Red is going away from the radar, which is that way. Now, if these were reversed, that would be rotation, but they're going away from each other, which is a downburst or a microburst type of signature here. So no rotation with this. And then there was two. Now we're getting some heightened velocity over Benton. 49.21 there. So this is heading up US 12. If you're driving on US 12, you know it's probably a busy highway here, although rush hour is a little bit past. It's 8 o'clock here. But we're getting some heightened velocity, a little bit of pocket there. Basically over Benton on US 12. Crossroad is going to be Feldkamp Road. We'll wait for the new scan. Should be coming in 2 to 3 minutes or so, as the airport radar does spin pretty fast, usually. So we should get an update within a couple minutes on this latest scan, although we're getting heightened velocity there. Still below severe, but still a pocket. We're going to call it impactful winds.
Marble size hail in Roseville, so that's East Point.
Yep. So we just went over that storm just a few minutes ago. Mike caught it in the background there, or not. He told you all here in the stream of that storm here. We checked it out, but yeah, this storm right here moving up toward, moving on along 94 here toward Roseville, over Roseville now, heading up toward Mount Clemens and Harrison Township along I-94. So we're getting reports of marble-sized hail now falling in Roseville.
Yes, that would be about a half an inch.
Yeah, and there's your hail tracker here. It's a bit delayed. This is at 8:09, so about 10 minutes ago. So likely the hail core is basically probably over Roseville, I'd say, which is, I'll go ahead and circle right about here, if I had to guess. Moving along 94. So a lot of traffic on 94 here. So if you guys are traveling for work or home from work, should I say, or just on the road out and about in the Roseville area, be alert for that storm. Although our attention here is still turned to that storm in Washtenaw. The latest scan does look like it weakened out just a bit. We'll continue to watch that. And we got radars pulled up. I know Mike's looking at it. I'm looking at it on my other screen over here. So we're watching both storms right now. I'd say this one's the more impactful one, at least for the time being. If that changes, we'll switch over. Also, Mike, GR2 getting 1-inch hail in that New Baltimore cell as well.
Okay.
Again, waiting for the new scan to pop in here. Gusty winds along US 12 near Benton. So that's going to be between Saline and Clinton. And it looks like the latest scan here is weakening it further. So I'm going to guess that this downburst here is going to be on its way out soon, which is good
That New
news.
Baltimore storm is 74 on VIL.
Let's go ahead and pop up there. This storm is gusting out. Let's go ahead and switch here. Keep an eye on that one down here.
Yeah, I don't know. If anyone's in the New Baltimore area, let us know if you're seeing anything.
Go ahead and pop up there real quick. We'll go ahead and stay focused here on these two cells. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So first one down here, been tracking this a little bit near St. Clair Shores, East Point, Roseville area. It's basically riding I-94 to the northeast here toward Clinton Township, Harrison Township, St. Clair Haven, Lakeside, Broad Acres, that general area. Another storm up here, putting down some pretty good hail via radar. New Haven, we're going to say Casco, along, again, 94 here, up toward Muttonville, Richmond, Bell River, and Adair, as well as Peters, anywhere between those areas. I'm not seeing too much in the way of townships here, but right along 94. Storms.
Yeah, I think that's Ira Township, and I don't remember which one that is in Macomb.
Chesterfield Township near Milton, according to this. But
Ira's in St. Clair.
Okay. So regardless here, again, another storm popping up here near Richmond as well. Potential hail core there. Snyderville, Bell River, Columbus, and Rattle Run. So these storms are popping on the lake breeze. Got a little bit of a downburst there, signature there over in Muttonville. But again, that's just getting going here. We'll see if that continues to strengthen. Go ahead and just kind of keep an eye on things here. I'm going to pop my other radar up over on this end of things to keep an eye on everything. There we go. Looks like a new downburst near Bridgewater. Go ahead and take a peek at that real quick while we wait for a new scan on this. Let's go ahead and pop back down to that last cell here. So not a severe wind or a severe downburst, but again, likely seeing another one happen here near Bridgewater. A latest scan does look like it's about to at least either become one or it's strengthening here. Another one showing up here north of York Charter Township, just south of Pittsfield, US 12. Let's go and take a peek at that on radar. So many downbursts here, although we're not seeing severe indications with these storms, at least not at this point. Gusty winds still possible. Will it be storming around 4 a.m.? That's not expected. Expect storms to die down roughly probably 1 to 2 a.m., although storms should be on their way out just shortly after sunset, likely lasting an hour or two after sunset, though. Looking at our meso analysis, Mike, about downdraft cape in southeast Michigan is roughly 12 to 1300. So that's quite a bit there for these microbursts potential as well tonight. Surface-based cape is right around 2000. Mixed layer is right around 1,000 or so.
Just need a trigger. I mean, these lake breezes are providing a good one. I don't know what these storms near Jackson and Ann Arbor fired off of. Outflow from Toledo, maybe?
Yeah, perhaps. Well, I think that'd be a little bit too far away to fire that far, but you never know. Have to back it up and kind of see if there is evolution that kind of sparked that.
I feel like you'd have to go back like 75 frames.
I mean, we can do it. Probably can do it after though. Just I don't want to waste time doing it during the stream.
Yeah.
Here.
Downriver Detroit, nothing in the area right now. Hard to say. Like anything could just go up along the lake breeze at this point. So could happen, but not in the immediate future.
And also, we have some pop-up cells as well. So I mentioned by Toledo moving it back up into Monroe County. So Monroe County potentially a couple storms heading your way.
Yeah, well, yeah, those storms near Toledo they weaken as soon as they hit the state line.
Yeah, twice today.
I see Demon Dawn said that they have someone in New Baltimore. We're just wondering if there's any hail or strong winds happening. And if there is hail, if you could estimate a size, like a pea, a dime, nickel, quarter.
Got a new severe coming in for St. Clair and Macomb counties.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So they're going for 60-mile-per-hour winds.
All the way
though,
from
Mike.
East Point.
They're not going for hail. They're going for wind.
I see 0.75-inch hail.
So they're not concerned for severe hail with this, surprisingly.
Not severe hail, but still penny-size hail. Yeah, and it's moving at 5 miles per hour. It's pretty much stationary.
That means this could potentially lead to some flooding here, especially because it's metro area, especially down here by Warren, East Point. But anywhere it's urban, definitely has a lot of flooding potential as these storms are barely moving.
I'm just gonna get this posted quickly.
Is the auto post not working?
It is. I mean, like a radar update.
Gotcha. There's your downburst again near Bridgewater. Still not looking severe. But again, you see these greens going toward the radar, reds going away. See that instance there. We see one over here as well, a little bit smaller. We'll call them mini downbursts. So they're not anywhere near severe limits, but still can get some gusty winds close to those. That's over Bridgewater, between Salina and Bridgewater. This one over here is going to cross 23 just south of US 12. So we'll watch that in the background. We're going to focus now on the severe warning here for southern and eastern Macomb, as well as southern St. Clair counties. We're going to go ahead and animate this because it's not moving too fast. We can just go ahead and let this sit through its paces and run for you guys to get an idea where it's moving to. But motion today is pretty stationary, northeast or so, about 5 to, we'll say 15 or so miles an hour. GR is indicating, or GR2, should I say, is indicating 2 areas of potentially large hail. One, again, near that East Point area, and also one up by New Baltimore. So the hail is definitely a possibility with these storms, although they're not saying it's severe. Expect at least some small to medium-sized hail with this. But gusty winds is going to be your main concern with any of these storms today and tonight. So our second severe here of the evening for St. Clair Macomb. This is going to go until
9:30.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Cindy, for your $10 super sticker. Appreciate your support of the channel. Welcome to the team, Cindy. I believe Cindy is a longtime subscriber to our YouTube or Patreon, I believe. So thank you for your continued support, Cindy. I have to assume you're the same person. If you're not, welcome to the team. If you have not already done so, feel free to smash the like button. Helps us out a lot and also helps your neighbors out who may not be aware of these severe threats, especially here in Macomb and St. Clair counties, but also here in Washtenaw as well with that special weather statement in effect. So strong storms moving through the area, also severe storms as well. So a simple like goes a long way. Appreciate your guys' support via sharing and liking the stream. It is free to do. It is the best way to support us without spending a single cent of your money.
My glasses.
Outage maps coming in. Looks like there's about 5 or so outages coming in just north of Tecumseh. Not getting anything in Washtenaw at this time. So looking like we're going to have a couple outages here in Tecumseh scattered across the city. And again, that one big one just north of town along Newburgh/Union Street. So about 700 people or so out of power estimate.
Flood advisory for the same area as a severe thunderstorm warning.
And there you go. We just talked about that, guys. So let's go ahead and take a peek at it. Well, it should populate on the screen here, actually. It should, at least.
It might be buried under the warning.
I don't think it's up there yet. Yeah, it's not up there yet.
Let's see. Okay. Right, flood advisory. It's turned off for me.
It's turned on for me. Let's go ahead and see if that's going to populate over here. I just don't think it's in there yet. Regardless, so flood advisory for Macomb and St. Clair until 10:30 p.m. This evening. So flooding is likely ongoing with these heavy rain, heavy storms going through. And again, please remember the old saying, turn around, don't drown. It applies. Do not drive through flooded waters that you cannot see the bottom of. There could be sinkholes, drains that are open. There's a lot that goes on underneath that water that you may not know about. So please do not drive through flooded waters. That is the worst decision you can make.
Mm-hmm.
Take a peek back
and
down.
Not
here.
even that, like your car can stall in just half a foot of water. All it takes is getting up into the engine. The flood advisory is on my radar, Omega.
Okay, it's probably on mine then too. I'll take a peek here in a second, but just want to mention as well in Washtenaw, still mini downbursts going on here as it moves north of Saline, just between 94 and 12 in Pittsfield, Charter Township. So nothing severe, just gusty winds there. South 94. I know there's a lot of neighborhoods there, subdivisions. So it is not. So I'm going to take you, Mike, if you don't mind.
Yeah. You're putting me on?
Doesn't matter. I was just going to try and pop it up there, but I don't see it on either one of ours.
What are we looking for? I wasn't paying attention.
The flood advisory.
Oh, it's on. It was on mine. I turned it off. Somebody says they have trampolines, lawn furniture, and debris, quote unquote, everywhere in Chesterfield. Somebody had said that the wind was quote unquote insane earlier in that area. So looks like there might be some storm damage.
Okay, Chesterfield. I know it's a suburb here.
Yeah, New Baltimore area.
There we go. Do you have an approximate time frame on that?
1 minute ago is when they commented.
Okay, gotcha. So let's go ahead and take the airport radar. See if that picks anything up here.
I'm assuming there's a downburst happening.
Yeah, nothing too supportive there on airport. We're still a couple thousand feet off the atmosphere or off the ground here. Regardless, guys, looks like some damage here in the Chesterfield Township area, although it looks like a trampoline, you said, and lawn furniture.
Trampoline, lawn furniture, yeah. And quote unquote debris. So that could be like leaves, tree branches. I'm not too sure.
If you guys do happen to have damage reports or pictures, feel free to message the page here, Michigan Storm Chaser page, or email it to us. If there's a mod here in chat who has our link tree, please drop that here in the chat. If you click that link tree link, it will take you to a contact card or an option to contact us. Our email can be found that way as well. If there's no mod here in chat, I can go ahead and drop that here. But if there's a mod here that could do that, that'd be awesome. The link tree is also pinned to our page. You'll see a giant green post that says link tree. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you.
Yeah, this special weather statement now for Ann Arbor, 55-mile-per-hour wind gusts.
All right, so they're going 55 for that storm. Looks like a cell popping up down here on the Lenawee-Hillsdale County line as well. Keep an eye on that. So let's go ahead and take a peek back in here. Good downburst going on. Looks like we just mentioned there. Yeah, there you go. Looks like it kind of consolidated there. So green's going toward the radar, red's going away. These winds are moving away from each other. It's not rotation, but it does indicate that there's a downburst happening here. Although it doesn't look too strong here on radar, treat it as a microburst would be, which is a lot of strong winds. I'm about to drop the link tree here in Facebook. I know Don was on YouTube here, so I'm gonna drop it on Facebook. That also goes to say we are live. We are live on both Facebook and YouTube. If you want to watch us on either platform, we are live simultaneously on both platforms. Link tree is dropped in the Facebook chat for you guys. So SWS includes downtown Ann Arbor all the way up to the Livingston and Oakland County lines. We'll keep an eye on that, although it doesn't look too concerning right now. We'll keep an eye on that, though. Let's go back here to the severe warning that's in effect for St. Clair and Macomb counties. It is really cooling off in my house. I love it. Super windy in Chesterfield. Comet coming in, slow moving storm, downpour. The wind in Chesterfield is insane. Getting a lot of people saying that. So go ahead and pop over here to DTE. Before I do that, thank you, Jamie, for becoming a channel member. Welcome to the team. Appreciate your support. I'm going to pop over here to the DTE map here and see if they're reporting anything out of Chesterfield. Nothing major popping in at this point. We'll see if they update that. The cloud tops of the storm to the north are quite picturesque. Yeah, that's looking north toward the Washtenaw County storm. All right, so a severe warning remains in effect here for southern St. Clair, as well as parts of southern and eastern Macomb County. This can be for 60-mile-per-hour winds. Sounds like we have some reports of minor damage via or comment section here of trampolines displaced, lawn furniture displaced as well, and also some trees. Looks like there could be some minor tree damage at this point as well. Although we don't have any pictures or confirmation of that, we're just telling you guys what you guys are telling us here. And there's multiple people saying it, so we can pretty much assume some gusty winds came through there at very least.
Yeah, there's also a new report of dime-size hail, Chesterfield Township area.
Okay.
That's on MPing.
Okay.
But I'm scanning for things. I'm not seeing too much. No one's sharing any photos of the storm or any damage, anything like that. Severe thunderstorm warning continues.
They just
Yeah.
trimmed that. So
Yeah, they took off the
continues.
southern extent
Yep.
there.
So warning continues here. Bulk of the storm is going to be number 1 north of St. Clair Shores, over 94 near Broad Acres, heading up toward Lakeside, Harrison Township, as well as Clinton Township. Bigger storm up here to the north over New Haven, New Baltimore, and Casco, moving toward Richmond, St. Clair, Adair, Snyderville, Bell River, right along I-94. Just want to take a peek back over here behind the scenes at the Washtenaw storm, as that was borderline severe, 55-mile-per-hour winds on the SWS, which is just 3 below. So it looks like downtown Ann Arbor, all the way from downtown to the US 12, 94, 12, or should I say US 12, US 23, and I-94 interchanges, gusty winds, perhaps 40 to 50 there. So downtown, just south of downtown Ann Arbor, and the Burns Park neighborhood, looks like there's some gusty winds happening there.
Sophia says extremely strong winds in New Haven and hail. How big is the hail? And are you seeing anything like tree branches down, small items getting moved, anything like that? Or even trees down? I know that there's a lot of power outages popping up in that area. Lori, for any photos like that, if you want to post them to the page, just find there is a post about the severe thunderstorm warning for St. Clair and Macomb. You can share anything there.
Sorry, Mike, but we have a severe for Washtenaw.
Yeah.
Ann Arbor downtown, Ypsi downtown. Check out the velocity off the GTX there. We're going to go ahead and track that pocket of wind. This is a downburst ongoing between Ypsi and Ann Arbor.
Yeah, that looks like it's over U of M.
Yep, directly over U of M, essentially there. Moving north toward M14, US 23 interchanges. So Superior Township, Frayne Lake, Ann Arbor Charter Township, Barton Hills, Foster, Emory, Northfield, Salem Townships, Brookville, Warden. Anywhere between those areas has a potential for damaging wind gusts here. Looking at, this is the Detroit radar here. We have a radar down here at the airport that scans a bit closer to the ground, but we're still getting some really good velocities here in this entire region. As I mentioned about 5 minutes ago, over the Burns Park neighborhood, all the way down to that 23 US 12 interchange, moving northeast here very slowly. So anywhere downtown Ann Arbor and points to the east toward Ypsilanti should be inside, away from windows. The warning is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-sized hail. So we're going to go ahead and take the Detroit radar. The time is going to be expiration in 1 hour and 2 minutes. So 9:45.
9:45. Thank you.
Yep. So looking at the Detroit radar, though, we are getting an extremely strong pocket here of winds upward of 60 miles per hour directly over US 23 here, moving up toward M14. So I don't have exit numbers for you, but it's going to be the Gettys Road exit. I can tell you that right now. Basically right over the campus of U of M, and their I know there's a lot of apartment complexes up there as well. Moving basically right toward Dixboro, which is going to be just south of M14 there. So this is going to be a heavier pocket of winds. Go ahead and track this as best as we possibly can. Tracking the wind, moving at roughly 30, we'll go 25 miles an hour. Moving pretty slow today. Let's go ahead and pop that in. So Emory in 13 minutes, Warden in 19. Unfortunately, the cone is not wide enough.
Oh, to capture more towns?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I think there's a way to make it wider. but I just can't figure it out. I have to ask Alex. Alex would know. He's the Omega guru. But regardless, guys, we'll track this wind for you.
Ryan,
right
the
now
new
it's
scan is 62. Oh,
there. It is.
sorry, I think I'm frozen.
You're good. But yeah, as Mike was just saying, there 62 mile an hour over US 23 between 14 and 94.
That's right over the campus. I can tell from satellite.
Yep. So a lot of apartment complexes up there as well. So you guys are out and about, getting some fresh air, head indoors. 60 mile per hour winds is the main hazard. And again, don't want to forget you guys over in Macomb and St. Clair. Severe warning continues for Macomb and St. Clair counties. And that's going to go 45 more minutes, so 9:30 p.m. expiration time. Not seeing anything that would indicate too concerning of conditions over there. But again, some of you guys have reported some gusty winds as well as some dime-sized hail. So again, be indoors if you're in southern St. Clair or southern or eastern Macomb County. And we are watching all radars here, guys. So just because we're focusing on one storm, we are watching. I have it pulled up on my other monitor here, so I keep an eye on things. So if anything does catch my eye, Mike as well, we're watching everything we can. So just because we're not covering it, we are still watching. We have a couple pop-ups back here. One in Monroe County, also crossing near Somerset Center up here by Lenawee-Hillsdale border, as well as back here toward North Adams and Hillsdale as well. So not severe. We'll watch those, as any storms that pop will have potential for damaging winds this evening. Again, main concern here for Washtenaw and Macomb County, as well as St. Clair counties, is damaging winds upwards of 60 plus miles per hour. Right now, a pocket of heavier wind is moving into the east part of Ann Arbor proper. Could also get some large hail falling here. Looks like we have a report of flood water covering Hayes Road in Macomb Township at 12 Mile. So Hayes and 12
Yeah, I just saw that also. Sorry, so someone also said streets are flooding in New Haven. That's in the chat here.
Okay, so that's going to be also within that severe warning, which is going to be just north of New Baltimore. So again, flood advisories in effect for you guys, Macomb, St. Clair counties. Definitely do not drive through flooded waters. It is dangerous. Do not do so. Looking at the Ann Arbor storm, though, we are getting some hail falling here upwards close to probably an inch in diameter. VIL, which is your hail tracker, is becoming what we call maxed out. It's reaching its max here on Radar Omega. So be alert there if you live in eastern Ann Arbor and points northeastward toward M14 for some hail. Looking at the storm itself, it looks pretty mean looking. And also their pocket of damaging winds is still over US 23 here, about to cross M14. Although gusty winds likely probably happening, extending over to the west part of this as well. So treat the entire warning as a severe warning as it is, should be treated. But right now, pocket of heavier wind centered basically directly over or just points north of downtown Ann Arbor. Mike, you looking at all the message we're getting?
Nickel-sized hail in New Haven.
Okay.
Am I looking at
Are you
Messenger?
taking a peek at these messages? Yeah. Via MSC Messenger, we got about 10 messages in now. I want to go through those real quick.
We're a two-man operation tonight.
Yep. So for those of you wondering, Joel, Chandler, Alex, they are all busy with their own respectable things. I know Chandler and Joel were at a library presentation tonight. So we posted about that a couple days ago. They're just getting done with that. I believe Joel is on his way home as well as Chandler. Alex is taking care of some personal matters. So it's just me and Mike tonight for right now. We could have Joel later, perhaps Chandler as well. We'll see what they decide to do. But yeah, as far as we know, we don't have any active chasers right now. If that changes, we'll let you guys know. Lansing, go ahead and take a peek across the state. Haven't done that in a while. Really quickly, though, we have some severe in the state we're going to cover. Lansing right now is clear, but we do have some pop-ups down here in Monroe, as well as Hillsdale / Lenawee. Again, those severe in Washtenaw, Macomb, and St. Clair counties. Some pop-ups here towards Sarnia, although those shouldn't be affecting Michigan. Let's go over here to Grand Rapids radar real quick. It's got some pop-ups across Lake Michigan. One down here near Three Rivers, near Nottawa. Just noticing this. Let's go ahead and take a peek at those real quick. Do our due diligence here on these storms, just so we're not going to miss anything. Looking like just some general summertime thunderstorms here. We'll keep an eye on that just in case. Let's go up here to northern lower. Again, some pop-ups there south of Traverse City near Cadillac as well. Traverse City might be a little bit gusty up there. Not seeing severe indications there. Not showing any hail as well. No hail across northern lower. There's some pop-ups here near Mayo as well as Curran. Let's go pop up here just north of Cass City in Huron County as well. That looks like it potentially could have some hail on it. We're going to take a peek at that real quick here.
There's an M-ping for like 1-inch branches down.
Up here in Cass, you mean? Or in
yeah, in Huron County.
Okay, so perhaps some gusty winds in Sebring, moving up toward 142.25 area. So we'll keep an eye on those as well. But our focus remains down here in Southeast, where we have these two severe warnings in effect. One, again, for Macomb and St. Clair until 9:30 for damaging winds. And one down here in Washtenaw, which looks to be the strongest via radar right now. Check that out. It's just getting stronger here. 69 miles per hour now showing up. Looking at the airport radar too, Mike, we're getting some 50s or so over M14 between the 23 interchange. So 23 hits 14 points
70
west.
is considerable.
All right, so upgrade now to
considerable warning.
Yep, so now considerable warning. And now in effect here for Washtenaw County. Holy cow. 60 widespread area here, potential 60 to 70 plus mile per hour winds here with this storm. Over Dixboro, M14 points north. Emory, Warden, Salem Township, Brookville, Salem, Northfield Township, all the way up here to the 7-mile area, to the South Line, Whitmore Lake areas. So Livingston, Oakland County lines. You guys have a considerable severe warning in effect. Those should be sounding on your EAS alerts on your phones. Your weather radios should be going off. So if they're not,
phone alerts are for 80.
What?
Phone alerts are for 80 miles.
I believe it's okay. I believe it was 70, but I could be mistaken on that. Regardless, though, this is a very strong storm moving up toward M14. I want to animate the last 7 frames here. Here we go. So again, Salem Township, again, M14 north needs to be inside, away from windows. Looking at Macomb and St. Clair counties as well. Not seeing, again, not too much there on velocity that would indicate severe is happening. But again, you guys are reporting some gusty winds, so treat it as such.
And also more reports of flooding in the inbox up that way.
Not surprised by that, given it's moving at like...
All right, Brent, I'll be right back. I still have my phone, so I'm still watching.
Okay. All right, so considerable severe warning here in effect for 70 mile per hour winds here in Washtenaw County. Again, moving up toward the Livingston/Oakland County line. So Novi, Wixom should be on alert, as well as Lyon, Charter Township. But immediate threats here, go ahead and pause this real quick. M14 near Frayne Lake is getting the worst of the winds, according to radar here. Emory, Salem Township, Warden areas as well. Again, downburst is occurring with this storm. I see CJ Compton has become a channel member. Appreciate you, CJ. Thank you for supporting the channel and welcome to the team. Let's go ahead and pop back over real quick to this. Okay, there is a flood advisory finally popping in over there, but look at the wind velocities up here. Not seeing severe with these, although these storms are still training over the exact same area. So I would think this is going to be more of a flooding risk than it is going to be a hail or wind risk. But again, severe warning continues there in that yellow box for southern St. Clair, as well as eastern and southern Macomb County. So again, we're keeping an eye on things here. I got radars pulled up. I got 3 of them working with me here. So I'm watching all angles at once. Going back here, this is the most concerning here in Washtenaw County. Again, 70-mile-per-hour winds are possible with this storm. New SPC outlook has kept the risk here in southeast Michigan. It is now a marginal risk, so they bumped the slight risk out of the state. So just a marginal risk now. But again, we are seeing severe ongoing here. So regardless of what level of risk, it is still serious when it is occurring. It is occurring as we speak here. Man, that velocity here on the wind here moving across M14 up into Salem Township is insane. Although this is from Detroit's radar here, a couple thousand feet off the ground. Let's go ahead and take our storm relative here. Not seeing too much in the way of some hail also possible with this. Is this going to be for hail? Nope, hail is still going to be below severe criteria here in Washtenaw. So looks like we have a report coming out of emergency management out of Washtenaw County of a 60-mile-per-hour measured gust. So that is likely what is triggering this warning, as well as what we're seeing here on radar as well. Phone EAS is going off. Okay, thank you, Thunderbird. Thank you, Ashley, for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate your support of the channel. Yep, so this is going to be a considerable warning here for Washtenaw County. What that means is a step up from your typical general severe. This is going to be considerable for 70-mile-per-hour winds, which usually the warning criteria is 58 or higher. This is a step up, so it's 70. No hail threat as far as severe hail goes. As far as we know, guys, there has been no reports of anything tornadic. So please do not spam that in chat unless you have a valid source. If you have a valid source with that, please send that to us. But we have a lot of people watching with anxiety, stuff like that. We have no indication of that happening. We do have a warning out for damaging winds here. But there's nothing here that's tornadic that we've seen. All right, so the warning continues here for Macomb and St. Clair. It expires in 30 minutes. Although, again, not seeing anything severe here on our wind velocities. Again, that doesn't mean it's not happening. It's just that doesn't mean that, it means that we're just not seeing it right now on radar. Again, the warning down here in Washtenaw seems to be the most pressing and concerning, given these winds are upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour here. So if you live near Novi, anywhere from 96 Novi, Wixom, Green Oak Township, you guys need to be inside, away from windows as the storm moves up your direction. Let's go ahead and animate this real quick to get an idea where this is heading. There is your direction here, moving north, pretty much north with a little bit of an eastward movement here. So directly towards Wixom and Novi along I-96. Farmington Hills should be on alert as well. We'll assume we're going to get a downstream warning here for at least Oakland, perhaps southeastern Livingston. we'll await that from NWS Detroit. But for right now, the warning is for Washtenaw, and emergency management did measure 60-mile-per-hour winds in Ann Arbor.
If these 70-mile-per-hour winds continue into Oakland, I do believe Oakland's siren policy is 70 miles.
Yeah, I looked up the EAS thing. You're right, Mike. It's triggered at 80 miles an hour, but people are still reporting EAS alerts going off on their phones. So that may be because of the apps alerting you, perhaps, or maybe the Red Cross app. That's not EAS. The EAS is like that big, long tone.
Yeah, emergency alert. Yeah, damaging winds greater than 70 miles in Oakland County, all sirens are activated.
All right, so if Oakland goes warned for 70, you guys are going to hear sirens in Oakland. Again, no tornado risk with this storm. It is damaging winds. Just give me a heads up in advance. So we're seeing a lot of winds. We're not seeing anything rotating, though. And the atmosphere today does not support that. I am going to assume they're going to have to, reissue something here momentarily. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. Radios in Washtenaw County showing a lot of wind damage. Looks like straight line winds, high winds, lots of power lines down, some trees. Thank you for that report, Kevin.
Someone says quarter-size hail-ish in Ann Arbor.
Okay.
That's just in one of the comments.
I kind of looked at the VIL as kind of maxing itself out there, so it doesn't surprise me. And yeah, it looks like another downburst is about to occur just north of M14. If you look at the airport radar near Salem Township, looks like we have another downburst about to happen. So this is probably going to get gusty here again as it moves up into Livingston and Oakland counties. New warning for Oakland, 60-mile-per-hour winds, nickel-sized hail, expires in an hour 15. So 10:15 expiration time, new severe here for Oakland County. So that will, as far as we know, not activate sirens. I believe Mike said the policy is 70.
Yeah, I'm right on their website, 70.
Okay. So sirens should not be sounding in Oakland. And again, no tornado risk here. We're seeing a pocket here of really gusty winds. But as far as tornadoes go, nothing like that today.
Someone says small branches down Ann Arbor.
Mike, I'm going to pop out here real quick and get something to eat and check Messenger.
Okay, give me 2 shakes here and I'll there we go.
Perfect. I'll be back.
Okay. So where we left off, severe thunderstorm warning just posted for northeast Wayne and southwestern Oakland County. This goes until 10:15. So the severe storm's near Salem or near Canton, moving northeast at 20. 60-mile-per-hour winds. It says radar indicated, but they are observed. Washtenaw Emergency Management did record 60-mile-per-hour winds. So we're looking at Novi and Northville at 9:10. It's 9:04 right now. Canton at 9:05. But this also includes, everywhere else. So we got Commerce, Wolverine Lake, New Hudson, Farmington, Walled Lake, Wixom, Farmington Hills, Bingham Farms. I haven't heard of that last one, but it's somewhere out here in southwest Oakland County. We're just going to hold it right here. All this blue, light blue that you see here is 60-mile-per-hour winds being um, indicated by radar. Like I'm measuring some of this. I've got 62 miles over Salem Township. Redford, I see somebody says Redford. I think that's a little east of the warning. Yeah, you're east of the warning. So for areas in further into Wayne County, there is some eastward development over Canton Township that could at some point impact northern Wayne County. So we'll see. But Livonia, Redford, areas like that. Just need to catch up here because I was scrolling through all the comments. Okay, there we go. So yeah, quickly going to check over at the warning here for Macomb and St. Clair. This goes for another 25 minutes. Nothing stands out on wind. Looking at reflectivity, a lot of this is weakening. Flood risk does continue in a lot of these areas where the storms have been training. So we're looking at New Haven, New Baltimore, Casco Township, up to Columbus. These are in St. Clair County. And then, yeah, New Baltimore, New Haven, and Macomb. Harrison Township, Clinton Township down here. I imagine a lot of people probably were at the beach there at the township park. Probably not anymore. But for the most part, these look non-severe at this point. There still could be, 50 to 60-mile-per-hour winds occurring within them. Maybe some small hail, but our main concern right now is this storm in Salem Township, Washtenaw County. This is moving up into Oakland County and northeastern Wayne. So this is the rain mode. I'm going to put it back on wind. And then, yeah, so once again, all these, let's see here. All these light blues that you see, those are all 60-mile-per-hour winds being detected by radar. So all that is moving northeast and it's going up that way. Really poorly drawn arrow, but Novi, Lyon Township, you will be first in line momentarily. Who else is in here? South Lyon, Farmington Hills, Wixom, Walled Lake, Wolverine Lake, all these places, Commerce Township, Milford, you're right on the edge of it. We'll have to see if anything happens up that way. So we're just going to hold on this area right now because this is our main concern. There was observed 60-mile-per-hour winds by emergency management, and there are reports of at least 3 branches down. I'm not too sure what else. I haven't had a chance to look. If you have heard anything, do let us know in the chat here, so I can quickly see it. I just need to quickly rescan some of these comments. We kind of got to dig for information. When it comes to this situation. So looking and I'm not seeing too much at the moment. Okay, so we're just gonna wait and see here. So I'm just gonna go and look at the airport radar, see what that's showing. It's good to switch between. So it's showing the leading edge of the winds right now, coming up on that white line. Should be coming into Lyon and Novi. So it's a little farther away from this radar, so it's harder to see, but I know what I'm looking at here. Let me change my color to blue. And then, yeah. So we're looking at, this is the leading edge of the winds, and it is pushing north. So I'm just toggling it. You can see it kind of coming up there. So areas in Lyon Township, South Lyon, Novi, Farmington Hills, you are first in line. 60-mile-per-hour winds coming through. And I don't know if we have too many members in the Salem Township area. If again, if you're seeing anything and you're here, let us know here in the chat, and I can quickly see it. if you're seeing hail, if you could some estimate a size, maybe like a pea or a dime or a nickel or a quarter, um, that really helps to determine if it's a severe hail or not. Someone says that boaters are out on the lakes in Commerce Township, which they should be heading for harbor. Um, Also, I see here sirens going off in Plymouth Township. Some of those Wayne County communities have siren policies where they will set off the alarms for any severe thunderstorm warning. So they are outdoor warning sirens. They do mean if you're outdoors, go inside and find out why they're sounding. They're not always just tornado specific. Okay. Rough and Southline, yeah. Yeah, so two people said sirens going off in Plymouth. It's pretty standard out there. Every time there's a storm coming through, individual municipalities can set off their sirens for whoever they please. So yeah, Lyon Township windy, not much else yet. I think that's because the leading edge of the wind, as you can see here, is already approaching I-96 and I-275, but the actual storm is still back here in Salem Township. So the winds are surging ahead of the storm right here. So you could be getting, severe criteria wind gusts, like from out of the blue. I want to get a better color here, so I'm going to use red. Yeah, so the leading edge of the winds are kind of along that red line here. So Lyon Township and Novi, and then the storms are still back here in Salem Township. So for some people that you might be caught off guard, I just need to quickly check to see what the radar's measuring. Give me 2 seconds.
We got Cody in here while you do that, Mike. It looks like he's going to be in the Ann Arbor area, if I'm not mistaken. Cody, can you chime in or text me behind the scenes? Let me know where you're at.
Yeah, hey Ryan, how are you? I'm actually just outside of Plymouth. I'm in like Plymouth, right on Ann Arbor Road and 275 right here.
Okay. It's pretty gusty out there.
Yeah, it is pretty gusty, gusting probably I'll get 30 miles an hour. So nice lowering here in front of me. It's hard to tell if it's attached or not though.
Right.
No, where did he say he was?
Plymouth.
Plymouth.
I'm on
Okay.
Ann Arbor Road and 275.
Okay. Did you hear the sirens going off out there? Because we've had a few people saying they're sounding.
I do not. No, I have not. I'm actually in the parking lot of the Henry Ford Health Building.
Yeah.
I've not heard
Okay.
any sirens yet.
Right. So Cody's looking at the eastern extent of this in Wayne County. There we go. Yeah, I see Jonathan says that the wind is crazy in Novi. The wind is surging well ahead of the storms by about 8 miles right now. So for a lot of people, it's just going to suddenly get windy. Also, on this new scan here, I don't know if you're in here, Ryan, but we've got 56-mile-per-hour winds in Plymouth Township.
Yeah, I'm here.
With the with the eastern portion of this storm. It's almost at the edge of the polygon, but it's developing more into Wayne County right now. So people around Livonia, Redford Township, and then up into Southfield, Beverly Hills, and Lathrop Village. You're not under a warning right now, but you could be under a warning soon for at least 60-mile-per-hour winds. Still looking at radar for Northeast Washtenaw, Northwest Wayne, and then southwestern Oakland here. We're getting close to 50 right now. But it appears that the best wins may be over Canton Township at the moment, though.
Kendall, thank you for the $5 super chat. Asked if he's under a warning here in Oxford. The answer is no. There's no warning and currently no storm for you in Oxford, but potentially potential for that later on. So pay attention. I will be live here covering it if you guys do go under a warning there, Kendall.
Yeah, so like if these storms continue going north and they hold, Oxford, northern Oakland could be under the gun in over an hour probably.
Nice lightning there, Cody.
Yeah, the lightning is picking up over here as well, especially back behind me. I think I'm actually going to bounce a little east here so I don't get slammed by this.
Sounds good.
I added Plymouth Township to Cody's name just so people know where we're looking.
What is the blue stuff on radar? The blue stuff, there's a box there where the storm is at. That's a special weather statement. And then the blue around the stuff, like around the radar, is what we're just going to call clutter. So it's just kind of like radar noise. Not really rain, but it does show us things like boundaries and stuff like that. But it's just clutter.
Clutter and also the outflow that's surging ahead of the storm. Again, I can draw a track over it. So this red line that goes all the way across, that is the surging outflow ahead of the storm. So it's a sudden gust of wind for many people here, well before any rain arrives. Ryan, how do I take the screen full again? There we go. Thank you. Okay, yep. So there's our severe storm still there. Just getting some notifications from DTX. There was a tree down in Tecumseh, Ryan. I don't know if you saw that. In the photo, the tree looked a little dead, but looks like multiple large limbs are down around Tecumseh.
Okay, I'll look into that because I'm local. I have some connections, so I'll look into that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just getting done eating here. Let's go and pop back in here. So that warning still remains in effect for St. Clair and Macomb counties until 9:30. 60-mile-per-hour wind still a hazard. Then also here for southern Oakland County, Washtenaw should be on the back end of that. Oakland County should be the only ones overly concerned at this point. But still, North Ann Arbor, Salem Township especially, well within that warning still. We got Cody Reynolds here with us, one of our partner chasers. Joined here to my mic. We're covering the severe weather here across southeast Michigan. And again, looking at a few other, I don't know if you caught this or not, but there is a SWS now, Mike, for Jackson and Kalamazoo County.
Okay, let me get that. Up.
I just noticed that, and I don't know how long that was issued. Or how
I see Portage was issued 2 minutes ago.
Okay. So Portage, Kalamazoo, I got to sell winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. Go ahead and take my radar here, Mike, if you want to post
Yeah, go
those.
ahead.
Or if you want, I don't know if you're going to post those or not, but I'll
Yeah,
go
I'm
ahead
on
and
it.
take. Okay, I'll go ahead and take a peek here for those of you who live over here on the west side. Sell over 3 Rivers in Ottawa, just north of there, heading into Kalamazoo County. Not severe, but winds in excess of 40 miles per hour are possible. Another little cell behind that, so we'll keep an eye on those just in case. And then over here in southeastern Jackson, there's one moving up toward the Napoleon area, Liberty as well. Those should be a fairly this would be a fairly weak storm. Not seeing too much in the way of anything significant, although it's in a radar gap. Winds in excess of 50, what they're saying. Let's go and take a peek at the airport radar. I'm not seeing it there either. So treat it as such if you're in a statement or a severe warning. Main concern still remains over here in the Oakland County area. Super chat, thank you for your support. Is this heading toward Taylor Romulus? So Taylor and Romulus right now all clear. Pop-ups are still a possibility as we get toward sunset and after sunset here, but we do have to be winding down. Excuse me, right now for downriver. Doesn't mean that it's over, but right now you're all clear. And if anything does happen for you, again, we'll be covering it if it needs covering. So again, thank you for your support. Let's go ahead and take back the DTX radar here. Okay, we got a couple warnings still in effect here. Same areas we've been talking about for a while. Still a pocket of perhaps severe winds here heading up, crossing 96 right now as we speak. Wixom, Novi, West Bloomfield Township as well. Is Ann Arbor in the clear now? For now, yes. You do have some cells off to your south and west here. Nothing heading your way, really. Watch the cell down here in Jackson County, although it shouldn't be too much of a concern unless it grows or something else pops up nearby.
Yeah, it says 50-mile-per-hour winds. Doesn't look too impressive.
No, I was thinking the exact same thing. Yeah, so far, guys, there have been 0 reports of any tornadoes. So please do not say that in chat. We have no confirmation, nothing sourcing that, no official word, nothing like that, no damage at all. So there have been no tornadoes at this point in time, as we know. If you guys have reports of those, please source them and message the page. Don't drop that in chat because we have a lot of people watching the chat. False information spreads, and that's what we don't want. Warning has just been dropped for Macomb and St. Clair. One warning that remains in effect for Washtenaw, parts of Waning, as well as southern Oakland County.
Yeah, the winds look like they're coming down quite a bit on velocity.
Yeah, I got GR2 pulled up here. I'm only getting roughly about, I'm going to say 40 or 50, 45 or so on DTX. And we're getting close to the radar here too, so.
So IWX went with 50.5-inch hail for let me see, Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph County.
Wait, 3 counties or?
No, I was sounding them out. I can't always remember these squares. Yeah.
Gotcha. So just for St. Joseph, guys, northern St.
Yeah,
Joseph.
St. Joseph County. So moving into Kalamazoo County there. Honestly, it looks pretty impressive on radar. So Grand Rapids went with 40, and then Northern Indiana went with 50. So could be borderline severe at some point. We'll keep an eye on it.
I believe Chandler is on that storm.
I need to look.
Nah, he's messaging in the chat here.
Oh, okay.
All right, so severe warning, and the only one that is in the state currently is going to be for Washtenaw, Oakland, and Waning counties here. So, number one concern is going to be northeastern Washtenaw. Then we're going to have southern Oakland, and then northwestern Waning. Look at the heaviest of the cell is pretty much centered over 275 and 96 interchange. And the AC in my house shut off and it's going back up. It got down to like 77. Now it's at 81 again. But no, nothing really concerning with these two cells. Although what is concerning is this gust front that is just completely gusted out in front of the storm here. That's the main concern here of potentially 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. This warning continues for another 50 minutes here. So we'll see if they continue that, or if they're going to cancel that soon. But regardless, treat it as such. Although I can tell you, Ann Arbor, you're clear. Go ahead and say Canton should be, besides lightning and thunder and some rain there, you should be out of the worst of it. So anywhere north of there. Yeah, Don, go ahead. I see. I missed a super chat here. I apologize. But Boss Girl says umbrella went flying on deck in Northville. Power is flickering. Thank you, Boss Girl, for your support. Thank you for that report as well. Livonia is all clear. Maybe some gusty winds from the outflow of the storm, but as far as storms go, maybe just some sprinkles or some light rain for you guys. Unless this expands, Livonia should be avoiding the worst of this. Although this is kind of taking a right turn here. So I wouldn't say you're out of the woods yet, but it shouldn't be strong, or shouldn't be severe, should I say, if it does hit you. But no warning there for Livonia. Perhaps some gusty winds, though. There's that flood advisory we were talking about earlier that we couldn't find on our radar, but there it is in green.
I think the Waning was counting it.
Yep. So that's why I couldn't see it, because I didn't have the border on that thing. So it was just the green background. So I need to put the border on that. That's why I couldn't see it. So, all right. So again, the only severe here in the state is going to be with this area of potentially gusty severe winds moving out in about, it's about to exit the warning here, moving up here toward Waterford Township, White Lake Township. Although the winds at this point don't look severe, I still would call them gusty, potentially 40 or 50 miles an hour there. We're not seeing indications that it's severe anymore, although the warning does continue. Treat it as such. The wind is not associated with storms either, so you're gonna feel wind before you get rain. And then also back here, just to the west of Livonia, north of Canton, also Salem Township, we have the actual storm itself, but we're not seeing anything severe with that storm currently. There's a pocket of gustier winds here to the west of Livonia, moving away from Livonia though, moving up toward Novi here. We'll see if that does anything. Still not severe via the airport radar. I'm going to take a peek back here at the Portage cell. Yeah, I'm still not seeing anything there that concerns me, although hail could be a concern. Yeah, a little bit of hail there, moving up into Kalamazoo County. We'll keep an eye on that, though. Everything seems to be kind of dying down for at least right now. Let's go ahead and take a peek up here further north, closer to Sarnia, still really close to the lakes and the Canadian border here. Just some rain showers and some storms, a lot of lightning with these. And then further north, let's go north here to Gaylord's area. Just some scattered showers and storms up there. That Huron County cell is still cranking out there, Mike. I just noticed that.
Yeah, that one's actually, it looks pretty beefy.
It does. So Huron County, you have a storm there over just north of Bad Axe here, moving really slow. So Kind, Port Hope, Harbor Beach, Verona, Redmond, Louisville, Rapson, those areas. Potentially some small to medium-sized hail and gusty winds. Let's go back over here to, we already checked northern. Let's go back to Grand Rapids here. Not much else popping up. So what you see right now is what you get. This storm does appear to be dying off, but I will say they did continue the warning for Oakland and northeastern Wayne for 45 more minutes. We'll see if they adjust that soon. But overall, the gusty winds appear to be moving out of that warning box. Not really seeing anything too major with that, Mike.
No, it honestly looks like it might be turning sub-severe.
Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Noticing for like Emping, there's just a lot of rain happening. Not even any reports of tree limbs down or anything.
Right. So again, some pop-ups are still possible. We're not going to rule anything else popping up. We're not going to rule that out. But for right now, what you see on radar is what you get. A lot of lightning, a lot of heavy rain up there in Macomb, St. Clair County.
Yeah, you have to wonder how long that'll go on for.
Yeah, it's just, if we back this up, let's take a peek back here, because flooding is a concern, guys. It is technically a severe hazard here. Well, not officially a severe hazard, but it is considered a advisory / warning. But if we just back this up for the past 100 or so frames, we're just going to see a continuation here of so much rain here. Just back this up. It's just been nonstop rain ever since 7:30 or so in this area. It's just been nonstop in Macomb Township. So let's take a peek real quick at the storm precip totals. Yeah. 2.72, about 2 to 3 inches or so.
Well, I do want to point out that like the Detroit radar can kind of underestimate, right?
Right.
On total. So like Cleveland radar has 4 inches. I mean, that's probably well overdone, but
right. But regardless, guys, flooding is a concern with that line of storms that continues to train over the exact same areas.
Well, actually, there is a 3-inch area in Macomb County, just north of New Baltimore, on DTX. So, anyway, continue what you're saying.
No, I was just going to reiterate that flood warnings here still are dangerous, and with that advisory in effect, definitely need to take it seriously. There's a pocket here of still a pocket here, should I say, of gustier winds north of Livonia, moving toward Farmington Hills, Novi area. Again, not severe on the airport radar here, but still. It is showing up on DTX as well as potentially close to 50 miles an hour. So keep an eye on that. It's still in the warning box. So
new special weather statement for Huron,
yeah,
50 and Nichols.
So we've been watching that storm for about half hour or so, really. Finally got that statement up there for Port Hope, as well as Noble. I believe it's Noble. Nope. Kind, Glencoe, Louisville, Redmond, Rapson, as well as that's
Grindstone City.
Yeah, Grindstone City looks like it's just outside the statement, but still, you're close enough to be concerned. Again, back here toward Portage, Kalamazoo, that storm still looks to have a good hail core on it potentially, but still not seeing too much that would indicate severe via radar. We'll keep an eye on that. We're going to keep a focus here with that severe warning in on the border here of Wayne and Oakland counties. That's the most concerning area. I'm looking at a split screen here. I got my velocity on my right and the radar here on the left, which you guys are seeing. Looking at velocity, though, we are getting that pocket heading up into Farmington Hills, Clarenceville area, 50 or so mile per hour winds. So that is going to become a concern if that continues to strengthen. So that is going to be one to watch here, and really the only storm to watch currently. Looks like the pocket just got a little bit bigger there. I don't know if you've seen that, Mike, on or on your end of things, but I'm getting we're about 45 to 50 still, but we're getting the downburst signature there. So we
right in Farmington.
Yeah, right in Farmington. So we may need a new statement or a warning coming out here if this continues to strengthen. On the border here, north of Livonia. So Livonia, you're fine for now.
I got 47.
So this is going to be on the border here, Wayne, and Oakland.
Yep.
And this is going to be, go ahead and take your velocity right there. So the brighter green moving toward the radar, red's moving away from the radar. Downburst here is probably imminent or about to, or is occurring. So that is likely going to spark off some gustier winds here. Not tornadic, so don't freak out about that. I know greens and reds meeting are a big thing here in weather, but these are going opposite directions. They're not coming together to form rotation. They're going away from each other. So it's just some downburst winds potentially here. Farmington, as Mike just said, getting about 45, 47-ish. Radar, okay, airport radar, Mike, I'm getting 64. It's Farmington Hills. Let's go ahead, and take
over there. Okay. Yep.
Let's go ahead and take the airport.
I got 67.
We're going to find it. Yep, right here. So over Farmington, guys, pocket here of damaging winds. Inside the warning still, just barely scraping outside. The box of the warning ends right here. So it's just, most of this is inside the warning, but still, if you're close to it, be alert. So over Farmington, 10-mile road, Orchard Lake Road, that general vicinity, moving to the northeast very slowly. So this is a pocket of probably 60 plus mile per hour winds. So if you guys are in the Farmington Hills, Wood Creek Farms, west of Southfield, and also in the south side, anywhere north of Livonia, potentially gusty winds heading your way as well as that downburst matures, if it matures. Going to wait for a new scan here. We'll see if they reissue a warning. I'm kind of curious. It's inside that box, but it's just creeping out.
Yeah, there's some of the winds now are about 2 or 3 miles outside of the warning box.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what they're going to do with that because I know it's super close.
Yeah, and they just continued the warning, but they haven't added to it.
This is why we tell you guys as well, if you're close to these warnings and, even it applies to like the SPC outlooks, if you're close to those risk areas, you got to be aware because things can happen just, barely outside this warning box. For example, here, 9 Mile and Middle Belt is not in that warning, but you guys are likely getting some winds upwards of 60 to 70 miles per hour there. Novi power is flickering. Thank you for that.
Haven't even had a chance to post that special weather statement.
Waiting for a new scan to populate here. Again, that's the only warning continuing in the state here. We have some storms we're going to watch. It's mainly over here by Portage and also up there in Huron County as well. So we're watching all three angles here behind the scenes. Oh, we got Alex in here now. Check this out, guys. Alex is in Kalamazoo Portage still. Go ahead, Alex.
Yeah, so currently on Sprinkle Road, just south of the airport, the Kalamazoo Battle Creek International Airport here, pretty close to the FedEx building that got hit by the tornado back on May 7th. And watching the storm here that got special weather statement on it. Pretty decent lowering here just to my south as it's heading my general direction so far. It's quite interesting. It's very compact and very organized. It's very compact, and kind of keeping an eye on it just to see what it does.
Yeah, it does look visually appealing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So again, that is in Portage. Alex will be on that. Keep an eye on things. Although I will update you guys as well if you're in the Wood Creek Farms area, Franklin, Beverly Hills, Southfield. You guys need to be indoors away from windows. Radar indicating 65 mile per hour winds now, moving right along the southern edge of that warning polygon. So
yeah,
be alert. 696 interchange of 24 and 10. Right about that area. Excuse me. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh yeah, I was just going to reiterate what you were saying. Mid to high 60s right now. On DTX radars, I'm only looking at 46.
Right. I'm seeing that too. But airport beam is roughly, well, DTX is 870 feet, and then airport radar is going to be 500 feet. So it's closer on the DTW.
Yeah.
Getting okay. I don't know if you saw that text behind in the chat there, Mike, but it looks like the area is receiving a lot of heavy winds right now in this in close by to this warning polygon. Zoom way in so you guys can see this again. This is going to be Southfield over here. There's going to be Farmington over here, Farmington Hills up here, Wood Creek Farms up here. This is going to be damaging winds here moving through the area, upwards of 60 miles per hour. 60 to 65 is showing up on radar.
Yeah.
So treat it as such. Be inside, away from windows.
Yeah, the storm's packing a punch, and it's almost entirely out of the warning polygon right now.
We'll see what they do with that. But that storm Alex is on here again. This Alex is in Portage right now, so this is not the Farmington Hills cell. But taking a peek real quick back at the Portage cell for those of you who are interested in it, we're seeing again just a little bit of a tiny bitty cell over Vicksburg, moving up just to the east of Portage.
Yeah, it's the tiniest thing, like just very compact.
Mm-hmm. All right, taking a peek again back at the Farmington Hills cell. Wait for the radar to load back in.
Ryan, there's a video from, I believe, Southfield. I would say the winds look about 60.
All right, can we get permission to share that by chance?
I'm not sure because it's in the chat.
I'll see if I can grab it.
Okay.
Latest DTX scan has a pocket just near Franklin there, Mike.
Yeah, and they just posted a special weather statement for southeast Oakland for
Interesting.
50. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and take the radar back full real quick, just to get a better idea of what this cell is doing. So again, this is the Portage cell, teeny tiny cell that Alex is on, but it looks pretty menacing, or not really menacing, but looks pretty cool when you're up underneath it, like Alex is. Back over here to Detroit, other than this storm up here and the ones up here in the thumb, this is the only real concern. So SWS, special weather statement in effect here for Oakland County in blue. Severe warning in yellow, that should be canceled momentarily as the storm is moving out of that area. This storm is producing damaging or potentially damaging winds, or at least was, upwards of 60 miles per hour. But as of right now, it looks like that's pretty much weakened out the last couple of scans. There's that little pocket that we're kind of tracking as it moved upwards of Wood Creek Farms. So there's a pocket there, but the latest scan does weaken that out quite a bit. Looks like Cody's got some lightning on his stream there. Let's go ahead and take his full. Cody, if you can hear me, where are you at?
I am just crossing over Merriman Road right now on, I think, 9 Mile.
Okay.
So I'm a little behind it due to traffic, but I do have a nice lightning show, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that on the screen there. I want to pull you in there so you can get a good couple strikes.
I am coming up on that area where the heavier winds was, just to my north here, so I may see if I see anything up there.
Okay, cool. 9 Mile at Merriman, you said?
Yeah, around there. It's actually 6 Mile in Merriman. I'm actually coming up to the road just east of that now. Whatever that
I got
is.
you now. Yep, I got you. Cool. All righty. Thank you, Cody. Go ahead and take. We went back to a full screen. He had lightning there. Man, we missed it. You can see it though, bottom left. We'll move to the top actually. Top left of your screen there, you'll see Cody's lightning show. And now let's go ahead and take him back. Let's go ahead and do a dual pane look again here on radar and also his stream. I want to get some lighting for you guys. But right now, we're not really seeing too much in the way of anything strong or severe. So if that changes, I'll let you guys know. Still seeing that pocket of heavier winds, though. Beverly Hills, Birmingham, Bloomfield Township, Charing Cross. On US 24. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I said Charing, I think.
Okay. I'm just, yeah, we'll just roll with that. And then just west of Birmingham here, pocket of heavier winds there. We're seeing some brighter reds. 40 to 50 is what we're kind of seeing within this clutteration over the Beverly Hills area.
The clutteration.
Yeah, we make up our own words here. But I think they're clear enough that people know what I'm saying. So hopefully, another word we made up here, Mike, is statemented. You have been statemented.
Yeah. Before there was marginal risks, it was a C text. So you'd always be C texted.
That's funny.
It just said C text on the SPC map, and then when you looked at the probabilities, it would be a 5% outline.
Can we see radar? Yep, we can. All right, so I'm seeing a couple comments here in our comment section off live stream and also in messages, reports of funnel clouds and stuff like that. All we've seen in our message box and comments are all scud clouds. We have not seen anything legitimately funnel or tornadic wise on radar visually.
Yeah, a lot of the storm bases are too high for a tornado.
Right. So a lot of the stuff we're getting sent is just scud clouds. They can look like funnels. Yes. Are they funnels? No. So if you guys actually think you saw a funnel cloud, message it to us. We'll let you guys know if it actually is. But the ones we've seen so far, I've seen about 4 or 5 between comments and messages, have all been just regular scud clouds. All right, let's go ahead and take a peek around. Yes, you have permission to use my words, Jess. Let's take a peek around Michigan here. Again, the eastern part up here in Macomb and St. Clair County, as well as portions of Oakland, are going to be in a lot of rain and storms here. Otherwise, we're just looking at one other storm worth watching here in Kalamazoo County, and that's really just a blip. We're going to call it a blip. Then also up here in Huron County, it's Huron County up here. This is looking like it's pretty strong up there, Mike. Heading to Port Hope.
Yeah, are you on the Exeter radar?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, potentially some hail. What was that for, Nichols?
I believe it was. Yep, nickel size and 50. So if you live in Port Hope, anywhere from Port Hope along the lakeshore in this blue box, from Harbor Beach up to Port Austin areas along the lakeshore, you guys need to be inside, away from windows. It's not severe currently, but it does indicate some likely large hail, perhaps some gusty winds is occurring with that storm. So take it seriously as if it was a severe storm. It is not severe currently via NWS warning, but radar indications do indicate it is definitely a strong storm. These up here don't look concerning at all. Check velocity. and VIL real quick. Nothing catching my eye there. Nothing there. So we're going to go ahead and shoot back down to southeast here. Although warnings have been cleared. All warnings are now cleared. Nothing is in effect besides flood advisories and special weather statements. For as far as severe weather goes, we are clear for now. So let's go ahead and drop the banner back to our home base and go ahead and flip on the...
Oh, right, I can do that. Oh, you got it.
Too late. Too late. So we will be on here for a few minutes longer at very least here. We're going to make sure nothing goes severe. Again, this is a pretty strong storm still occurring here over Beverly Hills, Southfield, Royal Oak area, Birmingham as well. So treat it seriously. Strong wind gusts are possible. Would not be shocked if they went ahead and reissued a warning here for this cell, just given the velocity is looking like it's pretty strong still. But regardless, no warnings in effect, just a statement here. Let's go ahead and check our airport radar here. It's closer to the ground. And again, still seeing a pocket of heavier winds for sure, but still below severe limits. Alex, looks like we're back.
Yeah, I'm back. I went to reposition, and the storm looks like it's starting to lose organization and starting to weaken a little bit. And it's kind of verified on radar, too. It's kind of dying out.
Gotcha. Okay. So it looks like we just have one storm here worth mentioning. New scan coming in. Let's see if it strengthens or weakens. Looks like it's weakened just a bit. But still,
yeah, there goes.
Yeah, pocket of gustier winds there. Over Bloomfield, Beverly Hills area. I am dying in my house. It is 84 degrees.
Still haven't fixed that AC yet, Ryan?
No, waiting on parts, or waiting on the company who made the conditioner because they're not answering phone calls. So we're just kind of on hold for now.
Oh, man, that's not good.
We did get a portable. The portable cooled it down about 5 degrees, but then we turned it off to let it cool, and it's back up to where it was earlier. So I am not a happy camper.
No, you can't win.
Nope. Thank you, Jacqueline, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate your support. Says thank you very much. Much appreciation. Appreciate you too, as well as your support of the page. If you guys would like to support us here on YouTube, you can send us a super sticker, super chat, or become a member. It all helps us, although not required. We appreciate all the help we can get. We are self-funded, have been self-funded, and all we have is you guys to support us. That's okay. We also have Facebook and Patreon subscriptions as well for forecasts and exclusive content. Those are also available to YouTube members as well. So feel free to support us if you'd like, although not required. It is greatly appreciated. Wet your t-shirt, turn to... I'm about to, Mickey. I didn't realize it was up to 84 already, but it is. But luckily, I think the stream is about winding down here, so I might get a break here to go sit in front of the AC, which is currently cranking over on the other side of the room, but it's just not powerful enough to reach over here. It'll cool down eventually, but it's going to take a while. New scan coming in, and it's weakened. So that's good news. Still a pocket, though, of some gustier winds possible between Royal Oak, Southfield, Oak Park, Birmingham, Beverly Hills, Bloomfield Township as well. Not seeing anything that concerns us, though. So this is winding down pretty quickly. So pop-ups are possible still across Southeast Michigan or across the state, but these should be on their way out as we are now entering the nighttime here, losing our daytime heating. So these storms should weaken the later we go.
I would like to point out that with all the storms that are popping up in Oakland County right now, it is moving into Macomb, so more rain on the way flash flooding could be increasing. The potential for flash flooding could be increasing along I-94 corridor. Those areas have already had, 4 inches of rain so far.
That's a great point. Yes, we are not salaried. You'd think that we're a news station. No, we are not. We are all 100% independent here. We are not we are not salaried at all. I'm gonna pop out of here, Mike, real quick. I gotta cool down. It's 85 in my house.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Right, so Ryan's just stepped out. So, yeah, as we were saying here, all these little storms are kind of training over the same area, right? But along the I-94 corridor here, there's been almost 4 inches of rain right in here. So when you get, all these little developing storms coming through, that could add, another inch of rain. And at some point, like there's already like street flooding that we've heard of, intersection flooding, things like that, standing water and poor drainage areas. With more rain coming, that can kind of get deeper, especially in like country roads in the city. Things can happen. Your sump pumps could fail, sewers can back up, all things like that in a flood event. So I just checked it out. I forgot. I think I saw 3.5 inches of rain was the latest total. So I just want to storm total precipitation. Yeah. So like in these darker right in here. So like all that orange that you see along I-94. That is 3 inches plus of rain. Where are we looking? New Haven, Casco, Richmond, right in there. So people did send us messages from New Haven saying that they were having street flooding. That was a couple hours ago. So something to keep an eye on. If you're in this area, if you know somebody in this area who will be driving, never drive through a flooded roadway. The saying is turn around, don't drown. I mean, not necessarily your vehicle could get swept away in standing water. I mean, it can happen, but at the very least, your car could stall, and that's going to be a really expensive repair bill. So if you see a flooded roadway, just turn around. Don't even bother crossing it. It's not worth it. People will do that, and they play around and they find out what happens. They get their car stalls, then they have to be rescued. So you got to call it the fire department, somebody to come get you. Just don't deal with that. Yeah, and if it's like a raging torrent of water, like you could get swept away, you could lose your life that way. I don't know if there was any flash flood fatalities last year with all the flooding that we had in Michigan, but there was one somewhere up here near London in Canada. Somebody drove through a flooded roadway, but the road had washed out, and they unfortunately lost their life. So yeah, we're just gonna reiterate that with this rain here, that urban flooding, areas of poor drainage, don't drive through the floodwaters. Just find a different way home. Beyond that, nothing is really standing out as severe. I am keeping an eye out on this Port Hope storm, so I'm just going to kind of pop up here. It's harder to see on the Detroit radar, so I'm going to switch to Canadian radar. There could be nickel-sized hail and 50-mile-per-hour winds falling here in Port Hope. So this is in Huron County. It's moving out over Lake Huron. The scan is from 9:53, so it's about 4 or 5 minutes old. I don't know if anyone's in Huron County that's watching our stream. If you see anything up there, let us know. Just going to quickly check some of your comments. Yeah, so street flooding in Clinton Township as well. So yeah, Macomb County, St. Clair County. That's what you need to be watching out for. Great thunderstorm warning was canceled for Oakland. All Detroit freeways flood easily, which is true. We all see that. It's poor drainage. So like when the road goes down under like in an underpass situation, there's nowhere for the water to go. Still have. Just trying to get caught up here. Yep. Kent County, no storms tonight. We are keeping an eye out on this. I did notice radar now has a penny to 1 inch hail marker over Port Hope and area south. So what's south of here? 25. No towns. Nothing really to call out. Just M. I think the circle is an M25. So along M25 along those communities could be some nickel-size hail falling. Ryan, are you back? I think I hear you.
Yeah, I'm back. Shields are US, circles are M, squares are county roads.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're just looking at the storm here because there was a 1 inch hail marker on it, and we're going through flood safety for Macomb and St. Clair, areas that have already had almost 4 inches of rain so far. And that water has to go somewhere. So if there's nowhere for the water to drain, it just sits there over the road, in a field, anything like that. Yeah, water can get sucked into your car motor, cause a hydro lock on your engine and blow it up. So even just a 12 inches of standing water over the road can just destroy your car. Too many people find that out the hard way. We've all seen it. Flash floods in a city, like parking lots on the roads, all these stalled cars just everywhere because everyone drove into the water thinking they could make it and they didn't.
We see it way too many times.
Pretty much every time there's a flash flood event, it's just dozens of cars and water rescues in every city, doesn't matter where you are. That's like a pet peeve of mine. All these people driving on flooded roadways and people who shelter under overpasses. I'm not so sure, Ryan, that this storm will go back severe in Oakland. Not seeing much wind on it. I think Ryan's there.
Yeah, I'm here.
There
I'm
he
going
is.
through messenger
Yeah, no
right
worries.
now.
Yeah, I haven't really seen much for damage here through where the strongest winds came through on M24 through Southfield. Some limbs and stuff down. I did see some, water over the road, obviously, but nothing too severe looking over here.
All right.
Yeah, so there's someone says lightning is crazy in Port Huron. There's a lot of storms area wide. None of them are severe. They're small, so not everyone's seeing rain, but the lightning is just a continuous area of lightning from Novi all the way up to Lake Huron. Ryan, if you're good, I'm gonna hop off here and get ready for bed.
We're probably about to end the stream in general here too.
Yeah.
1 second. Yeah, I think we're about ready to hear to hold on, Joel might be hopping on. Give me 1 second.
Oh, Joel's home.
We'll see what he says here real quick, but we should be good about to end it here though. Nothing looks severe, nothing really looks strong at this point. So we're probably good to hop out of here and call it a night. If anything does happen to go back severe, we can always hop back on.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and end this now. But if anything hops, like I said, if anything goes severe, we'll come back on and cover it. But as of now, threat looks like it's pretty much subsided. So we're just going to, if we're to stay on now, it'll just be for basically just some rain showers and potentially maybe 1 or 2 more severe. So with that being said, we're going to pop out of here. Appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to like the stream on your way out, and we'll see you guys later tonight if anything happens to go severe.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
You guys have a great night.